Go!
Hi, my name is Irene, and this is Hermes, and we're Agency. We use AI and machine learning to connect professionals to insider experts anywhere. The team of us combined have 15 years of experience and more in innovation consulting, international development, and fintech across many different cultures. And we also belong to the International Development Innovation Network, whereby over 1,000 social impact organizations belong to across 65 countries around the world. Let me introduce you to Sadia. Sadia is a senior manager at a multinational corporation based in Bangladesh. And she's been tasked with finding 5 people for a project that she is leading in Vietnam. Currently, she is wasting time finding and comparing individual fixers, translators, guides, and interpreters manually, and her organization is not giving her the knowledge resources to navigate these new emerging markets. She's overworked as it is, she's overwhelmed, and she needs a solution to help her navigate new spaces.
This is where we come in. This is the homepage of Agency. It's crisp, it's clean, and it invites you to get started to find the human resources and knowledge resources that you need to finish any job. In the case of Sadia, she needs to look for 2 research assistants, a consultation, a fixer, and some office space in Vietnam. That immediately activates our matching algorithm to show her the results of the people who can provide her these services in Vietnam. It also provides her with a number of really easy to understand and clear filters that she can continue to use throughout the process to refine, alongside our AI, the services that she can get from our teams. I want to point out here that all of our service providers are actually social impact organizations based in Vietnam and are just a small part of the entire human resource base that we can offer for knowledge and human resource services from the nonprofit and social impact sectors globally. So, so the next step in her journey is that she is going to go ahead and search for a meeting point, and this shows how it automatically updates her search results to include the information about the quoting when she updates the meeting point to Ho Chi Minh City, and that uses the database in real time as she goes throughout that. So, just to recap, Agency makes it fast, easy, and curated to connect to over 1,000 organizations and experts in emerging markets around the world on a 10% commission per transaction model. And on top of that, every single gig supports a social cause. So what's the market for this? Every transaction on Agency feeds into a $96 billion global market for research and language services. We're hoping to achieve $5 million in revenue in the next 5 years in 5 markets on the 10% commission model by the end of year 4. So how are we going to do that? We're going to go ahead and launch our MVP by the end of November, and over the course of the next 5 years, we hope to reach $5 million in revenue in order to hit our product market fit and from there grow exponentially.
What is most important for a customer like Sadia is to make sure that she can get a curated list of people that she can hire as quickly and as easily as possible. As you can see the competitor landscape here in the knowledge and experience valuation industry, our competitors are scattered broadly across these 2 spectrums of speed and curation. And what Agency will provide is both speed and curation without sacrificing one for the other, so that customers like Sadia can focus on what really matters most at the end of the day, which is to get on the ground, do her research, and get the insights that she needs in order for her organization to drive decision making. Right now, we are looking for a CTO to help us make this happen. We're planning to have an MVP by the end of November, so we're also on the lookout for developers as well. And with Agency, we hope that anyone can become an insider anywhere. Thank you.
And that was the Agency from HR Tech, and now it's time for questions from judges.
Thank you for the presentation. Just to clarify a bit on the insider on your platform, is that the person who gives the customer insight, or a person who gives the data of the specific market? And how did you qualify that expert to onboard to your platform?
Absolutely. So the insiders here are employees or directors and managers at social impact organizations. The services that they will be providing is interpretation, translation, guides, and fixer. Like a film crew, when they go to a new city, they need a fixer to help them organize meetings and get transportation sorted. So those are the types of skill sets we're talking about. And we know that our insiders at these social impact organizations are able to offer these services because we have been working with them for a few years now through the International Development Innovation Network. And we're continuing to cultivate these relationships with them. Over the past few weeks alone, we've had almost 25 40-minute calls with members of this network everywhere from Brazil to Tanzania to Nepal. So we're doing the unscalable work to scale this company right now by talking to people and having really quality conversations with them so that we can make sure we can validate that they are the experts that can provide these services.
So how many of them that you're currently working with? That's the first question I have. And secondly, one of your projections that you said that you're aiming to hit $5 million revenue. So assuming on the, just, pick a number, say $2,000 contract on the average, or might be even less. How do you intend to achieve those numbers to basically get to where you're targeting?
The people that we're working with,
Could you repeat the first question again, please?
Just how many organizations at the moment you're working with?
at launch, we'll have the data of 1,000 plus organizations in 65 countries, and that is our initial base. And then the next step is all of their networks in all of those countries. And we have been working with this group now for the last 4 years. And so we're ready to upload them into our system.
The 5 million number comes from calculating the average project size in these 5 countries that you see above: South Africa, China, US, Brazil, and Thailand. Based on the number of fixers, research assistants, translators that come onto a project, and at a 10% commission fee, at around 10% monthly growth rate in each of these countries of how many projects actually get transacted on the platform. That's the number that we came up with. We're open, obviously, to having these numbers change throughout time as we get a clearer sense of what the market looks like, but I'd be happy to talk more with you offline about the details of that.
And that was a wrap from